How to solve O Level Chemistry MCQs with tips and tricks. Let's get started. Students proposed 4 cells to produce electricity in a school laboratory. Which cell would produce the largest voltage in a safe way? So, here are basically two things: largest and safe. Option A, we are using zinc rod and copper rod, and here we are using an aqueous copper sulfate. Aqueous copper sulfate, yes, it is a good electrolyte and it will work. Come towards B, again we are using copper and zinc electrode. Here we are using zinc sulfate, that is also a water soluble, so it is a good electrolyte as well. It's aqueous and yes, it will work, but they both are going to make almost same voltage. Come towards C and D. Here we are using the sodium and copper, and the electrolyte is copper sulfate aqueous. Yes, it is water soluble. And in D, we are using magnesium rod and copper rod, two different rod, again, and the electrolyte is magnesium sulfate aqueous. Yes, magnesium sulfate is water soluble. Now, as we have seen that they are going to make the same voltage, A and B. Come towards C and D. In this case C, practically we cannot use sodium electrode because it is highly reactive electrode with aqueous, with water, so it will not work. It will not be the safer one, or the safe. The second cause not to use this one is it's having copper sulfate. Copper sulfate, where we are using copper sulfate, it is said to be the toxic. It's a toxic material. So it cannot be used. So A and C are not safe. Rather than this, C is supposed to generate higher voltage, but it's not safe. And practically it may not be possible because of the sodium that is going to act electrode over here. Come towards B and D. In this case, I'm going to check it over here. Yes, B is safe. There is no any harmful electrolyte, and same is the case with the D. But which one is going to produce higher voltage? So I'm going to write the activity series of the metal. Potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, and zinc, iron, tin, lead, and hydrogen or copper. So this is the distance or the difference between zinc and copper in their activity series, and here magnesium lies, so here is the difference of the activity between the magnesium and copper. Obviously they are furthest apart in their activity series, so they will give higher or the highest voltage in this computation, so they will give highest volt. And yes, magnesium sulfate is also a safe, or it's not toxic. So D is the correct option. Next question number 30. A pure sample of salt is obtained by filtration followed by the evaporation of filtrate. Which pair of reagent would produce the salt? In this question, he is asking number 1, filtration. Then we are supposed to make evaporation. So filtration means either a solid is being formed during the course of this reaction, or we are using any excess solid. Option A, copper and HCl, hydrochloric acid, they will not react. Especially copper will not react with a dilute hydrochloric acid, so it will not work. Here we are using excess copper carbonate and hydrochloric acid. Yes, they will react. CaCO3, calcium carbonate, it will react with HCl to make CaCl2 plus CO2 plus H2O. Here we are going to make CaCl2. It's a gas and it's a liquid. And as you have seen that we are using it in excess. So first of all, we will make filtration, and we are going to have the residue of calcium carbonate over here, and this filtrate solution is going to have CaCl2 aqueous. So after evaporation, we are going to collect CaCl2, so B is the correct option. However, let me check the C, aqueous silver nitrate and hydrochloric acid. Aqueous silver nitrate will react. They will react basically, and there is a formation of AgCl solid, but the next thing that is supposed to be formed, that is HNO3. So this next thing, yes, it is a solid and it can be removed by filtration, but this is not a salt. This is not a salt, this is an acid. So C is again an incorrect option. Come towards D, aqueous sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid. So whenever NaOH and HCl is supposed to react, they are going to make NaCl, a soluble salt, a highly soluble salt that is also said to be the common salt, table salt, and water. There is no any sort of filtration. As you have seen, the first thing is filtration. So it is confirmed that B is the correct option.